Hello and welcome to Spinster's Library. I'm Claudia and today I am going to switch off all of my modern technology for the entire day. In my last video I complained about how my phone and my laptop and my television have been distracting me from getting all of my books read that I wanted to read this month, specifically the Victorian literature that I am reading for Victober. So I thought, why not switch it off for a whole day and see if it helps me be more productive, both in my reading and in my everyday life. These are the rules. I hope you can read that there. It is quite dark still because it's quite early in the morning. These are the things I'm not allowing myself today. I will not touch my laptop. I will not use my phone except to film and record this because I don't have a separate camera, so I'm going to use my phone for that. I did switch my phone to flight mode this morning as soon as I woke up so that I'm not getting any notifications at all and I'm not going to be able to use the internet. I'm not switching on the television for any reason whatsoever. I'm not using a radio. I have taken off my Fitbit. I'm not going to use my Kindle to read any ebooks. I'm not going to use my phone or anything else to listen to my audiobooks. Basically, I'm restricting any access to the internet at all, as well as all of these other technologies. What I am allowing myself is household appliances, basically. The idea is not to live like in the Victorian age. The idea is very much to restrict myself to the entertainment they would have had in the Victorian age, which is books. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's books. In order to do this, I'm going to take a half day off my PhD. So normally I would sit down at my desk now, turn on my laptop and work at my PhD, but without laptop I'm a lot more restricted in that. So I do have some articles that I've printed off that I'm going to work with using just pen and paper pretty much. And I'm going to do that in the afternoon, whereas in the morning I want to see if I can get some reading done. This is going to be an interesting day. Alexa, never mind. How am I going to get my news today? I might actually have to go and buy a newspaper. So normally I would get my news from my Echo Dot while making breakfast. Today that's not going to happen. Basically, I have no idea what's going on in the world. There could be a zombie apocalypse. There could be a snap general election. Anything could happen, and I wouldn't even know. Where do you even buy newspapers? I'm reading a bit further in The Tenant of Wildfell Hall by Bronte. Really enjoying it so far, and I don't know if you could hear that, but I think the cats just broke something upstairs. So I'm going to use the morning light that's coming in through this window to do a little bit more reading. I mean, what else am I going to do with my morning, honestly? I have just organised my bookshelf, by which I mean just got rid of all the crap that accumulated in front of the book. I keep my books sorted alphabetically by author surname, as everyone should, and I don't like to have too much stuff in front of the books. So let me show you the trinkets that I do still have on my bookshelf. There's this little cat container, and I keep all of my German coins in there, so when I go to Germany I empty this out and take the money with me. Here I've got this weird egg which honestly is not mine. And I don't want it on my bookshelf. I mean, it's pretty enough, I guess, but it's not mine. Someone who owns this egg just kind of left it here. Over here, I have a photo of my undergraduate graduation. And right in front of it, the only trophy I ever won, which is a prize for my undergraduate dissertation. Keep that here. It's made of glass, basically invisible, can't even show off properly. And then here I have a photo of me, and this is Minerva's brother Rex, who sadly died last year, almost a year ago now actually. And we used to cuddle up together while I was reading a book, and I think it's very lovely that I have this photo of him. Yeah, that's it, the rest is books, apart from right down here, where I have a box full of cat toys. Right on top of the bookcase, I've put a box with a little door to it. Both cats really like hanging out in there. Beetle, bless him, he's not the sporty kind. He has to jump up on this book before he can get up, whereas Minerva jumps straight there from the table because she's a very sporty cat. You alright, Beats? Kittles. What do you do all day without television? Alright, stare at the window. What's out there, Beetle? What's actually out there? Can't even see because it's raining. Doing some more reading. I've got North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. This is a buddy read I'm doing with Andrea from Infinite Text. It's only 10:30. What am I going to do with the rest of my morning? Reading all these Victorian novels while not having access to technology really makes me think, what did women do back in the day? Because we weren't allowed to have jobs. Anyway, speaking of domestic duties, one of my domestic duties is to make the meal plan and shopping list for the family. Bill and I are fairly organised with our shopping, so we try and only go to the shops once a week. That means we have a week's worth of meals planned out, and we have a shopping list written before we go out and do the weekly shop. So normally the way we do that is we make a document on Google Drive and then share that between our Google accounts with the meal plan. And we have a shopping list app that is linked to our Amazon Echo Dot in the kitchen. So when we're out of something, we can just tell Alexa to put this or that on the shopping list and she'll do it. Our meal plans consist of mostly things that we already know how to cook. Both Bill and I are fairly confident cooks. We don't really need a recipe for our everyday cooking, but we also like to experiment with new foods. So usually we'll have a couple of new meals on the shopping list, and again, for those I would normally go online. No recipe blogs today. Definitely no Google Drive or shopping list app. Today I have a notebook, a pen, and to replace all the recipe blogs, a single cookbook. And literally the only cookbook that we have in the house is the unofficial Harry Potter cookbook in German. This is not a great recipe book for the sort of things that I'm after for the meal plan. It's got steak and kidney pudding, roast chicken, roast beef, Yorkshire puddings. It's basically just roasts and pies and puddings, which to be fair is mostly what the British eat. But it's definitely not the sort of thing that I want on a weekly meal plan, which is a lot more vegetable heavy and also a lot more easy to cook. Beef casserole, French onion soup. Actually, French onion soup, that's a good one. I'll put that on the meal plan. think I have a meal plan, but I honestly don't know if there's things that should be on the shopping list that aren't, because I can't check the shopping list on my phone to compare. I'm realizing how completely reliant I am on social media specifically, which is really funny because I haven't been on social media for long. I've had my YouTube for about a year, I've had my Twitter for about a year, I've been on Facebook for about 4 years, but I've rarely ever used that, and I've been on Instagram about a year as well. And yet it's almost making me anxious not to check my Twitter, not to see if anyone's mentioned me, or to check my Instagram, look at the latest cat pictures. And it's also making me really nervous not to check my YouTube. Do I have any new comments? Have I gone viral? Have I suddenly got thousands of subscribers? Or maybe all of my subscribers have left? I don't know. And it's weird not to know. I think what I need now is something that forces me to focus. So I am now going to pick up The Picture of Dorian Gray, which is the book I'm annotating. I know this book, so I know it's going to draw me in as soon as I open it up. And that's exactly what I need right now. That was exactly what I needed. I got lost in the book, which is always wonderful. Made some notes, noticed some new things that I hadn't noticed before in this book, and now I'm feeling pleasantly sleepy. But I don't want to go to sleep. Later in the afternoon, my friend Irfan is coming to visit. He is also a PhD student at the same university as me, also doing a degree in music, so we'll do a little bit of work together. But now, like I said, I'm feeling quite sleepy, so I am trying to find something a little bit more active to do. I'm cleaning my shoes. I'm cleaning the kitchen counters. Music making. Really big thing in Victorian times, especially for women, since clearly there was nothing else for them to do. So I thought I could give it a go. I have a ukulele and a music degree, technically. Problem is, I can't access the internet. I can't look at chords online. So let's see if I can figure out the chords for All My Loving by the Beatles. Okay, I think I've got this. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. Always be true. Probably should have written this down. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my kittens to you. All my kittens I will send to you. All my kittens, darling, I'll be true. Hello Hello and welcome to Spinster's Kitchen. I'm Claudia, it's lunchtime, and I'm going to cook my favourite meal for when there's nothing in the house because it's grocery shopping day. So there's barely anything fresh in here, although there is still one leftover bell pepper. I'm going to use that, and I'm going to use a ton of frozen vegetables to make a really easy stir fry. The frozen veggies don't need any chopping, so all I have to cut up is the onion and the bell pepper. The sauce I like to have with this is a really simple mix of soy sauce, chili sauce. I mean, I'm using this one at the moment, but like any chili sauce will do. And lime juice. I use the bottled variety because I'm a millennial, I can't afford limes. And I also like to add a little bit of grated ginger. And there it is. Sometimes I have this with rice, sometimes I have it with noodles. Today I'm feeling like noodles, but as you can see, this is mostly vegetables. It's also pretty tasty and incredibly cheap. Now I need to pick my reading for lunch. I have always read while eating. Even as a child, I perfected the art of propping up a book between the cereal bowl and the cereal packet. And I don't understand people who don't, because eating itself is quite boring, even if the food's good. Are you the same? Comment down below, please. Something else I wanted to do today is do a little bit more training with the cats. People think you can't train cats, but you can. And Bela and Minerva right now, just woken up from the nap. They're going to be a bit hungry. So I've got a clicker and I've got some treats. They already do high five. Let me show you. Beetle, high five. So here I've got a clicker with an attached target stick, and I've got some treats, and I've got a very hungry kitten. So I'm going to see if I can teach him to spin. This is a trick that I've seen on the YouTube channel Cat School, which is going to be linked in the description box if you're interested in training your cat. Let's have a look. So the first step is to teach them to touch the target stick with their nose. Beetle's not interested in the target stick because he knows that the treats are in my hand. Yeah. Come on, turn. So the idea is you do the half rotation with the stick and then you place the treats so that when he gets the treats he fulfills the circle. I think that's as far as I'm going to go today because cats are quite stupid. So there's only so much you can do in one training session, and I think that's probably about enough for him. Hello, yes, I'm in bed. I've got North and South with me. And okay, my favourite little reading buddy. Although she's very much distracting me from reading. My reading and fun time is over. It's time to do some work. And yes, for those of you who have noticed, I have gotten changed because there's a visitor. Say hello to the internet.
Hello, internet.
Oh, your hair!
Yes, I went to see
So
Sandra who does my
short.
hair.
Can I touch it?
Yes. There's
So
stuff in the hair.
short.
Yes, I went to see Sandra who does my hair today.
Have you got any news?
On?
Anything?
No. I have like 8 emails now that I'm checking. Now, because like, I don't know why people like to send me messages, because I don't have time to read all the messages.
So I did some reading with Dorian, and now he's gone, and now Bill's back from work. Hello, Bill. How was work?
Alright.
Do you think technology distracts us from having conversations with people?
Back quarter to 6.
Doing a little bit more reading now. I've picked up the Tenant of Wildfell Hall again, and I'm hoping to make it through a few more chapters before Bill and I are going to go and do the weekly shop with my amazingly handwritten shopping list. Hey Bill, where are we?
Supermarket.
Got my shopping list, let's do some shopping. We're back from the shops, put all the food away, got dinner in the oven, and I'm going to wrap this up here. Bill is just having a cigarette, and then we are going to spend the evening playing Magic the Gathering, because Bill's got a new legacy deck that he wants to try out, and this is going to be very meaningless for everyone except the nerds in the know. So what did I learn from spending a day without modern technology? I really like modern technology, I think that's the main takeaway. But at the same time, I don't want it ruling my life as much as it clearly does. So I think in the future I'll use flight mode on my phone more often, just for specific periods of time when I want to focus on a book. I've also realised how attached I am specifically to my phone. Having my phone in flight mode was definitely more difficult than not using my laptop. I've not had a smartphone for a very long time. I think I got my first smartphone about maybe 7 years ago, but it's crazy how much it's become a part of my life that I just can't live without. So it was fine for a day, but I'm very much looking forward to checking all of my YouTube and my Twitter notifications tomorrow and being connected with the outside world again. So I think going forwards I do want to find some sort of compromise where I use technology and enjoy technology, but where it doesn't distract me from reading, which I do also enjoy. Just reading is always the harder choice, and when you have a screen and a book, then picking up the book out of those two is the choice that requires more effort and more concentration and more focus, even though once you're in the story you enjoy it just as much, if not more, than going on YouTube or on Instagram. So let me know if you've ever done anything like that, or if you do that regularly. I know quite a few people do social media detoxes on, once a month or on the weekend, and maybe that's something I want to consider doing on a regular basis. It also requires a lot of preparation though. Like, I had to tell my mum that I'm not going to be answering her Facebook call. If I hadn't told her that, she'd be completely panicking. I sent my house phone number to my friends so they could still reach me in case of emergencies. We just are so connected that you can't disconnect yourself without consequences. Yeah, definitely lots to think about for me. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Guten Abend, gut Nacht, mit Rosen bedeckt, mit Näglein besteckt.